I want to talk to you today about stir it up. When I was growing up, we had a fireplace at home, and I would go get the logs to make the fire. My father showed me how if I'd put those logs just right, a little bit vertical, the fire would burn so strong and last a long time. Overnight, we would close the metal grate and the fire would wind down. When I would get up the next morning, all that was left were some ashes and a few remnants of the logs. I would go get more wood, but I discovered something. I didn't have to get a new match to relight the fire. Underneath those ashes, there were embers that were still burning. All I had to do was get the poker out and stir it up, and the fire would come back to life. In a few minutes, it would be burning as strong as can be. Now, it may look like some things have gone out in your life. Dreams that didn't work out. Promises that you were believing for that didn't come to pass. You think it's never going to happen. It's been too long. You've accepted it wasn't meant to be. But can I encourage you, underneath those ashes, there are embers that are still alive. You may not be able to see them. They're buried under disappointments, under delays, people that did you wrong, mistakes that you made. But somewhere underneath all those ashes, a flame is still burning. All you have to do is stir it up. Stir up your dreams, stir up your creativity, stir up your gifts. What God put in you didn't go out. Jeremiah said, "Your word, O Lord, is like fire shut up in my bones." That fire may be a little flicker right now, but it's still in you. The good news is the enemy can't put your fire out. Depression can't put your fire out. Loss, loneliness, bad breaks can't put it out. You may have gone through things that were unfair, kind of knocked the wind out of you. You need to know that did not stop God's plan for your life. What He started, He's going to finish. Now you have to do your part and stir it up. You can't live with no passion, no enthusiasm, just getting up, going to work, coming home, doing it all again. That fire is not going to grow without you stirring it. Start dreaming again. Start looking for new opportunities. Start praying bold prayers. Start expecting God's favor. There is greatness shut up in you. There are dreams shut up in you. There are new levels. All they need is to be stirred up. The scripture says, "You will find me when you search for me with all your heart," not with half your heart. God was talking about passionate people, people that are full of praise, people that are talking like it's going to happen, people that are expecting His favor. But if you're passive, indifferent, lethargic, you won't reach your potential. You have to have some fire in you. Don't let what hasn't worked out, the disappointments, the bad breaks, cause you to become half-hearted. Half-hearted in your praise, half-hearted in your marriage, half-hearted at work. What you're believing for may be taking longer than you thought. That's why every day you need to stir yourself up. This is not going to happen automatically. You won't wake up every morning excited about life, enthusiastic about your dreams. Some mornings when we wake up, we feel the blahs. Thoughts will tell you nothing good is in your future, nothing ever works out for you. You can either believe those lies, drag through the day. One day will turn into a month will turn into a year. Or you can make a decision like David. When you get out of bed, this is another day that the Lord has made. I'm going to rejoice. I'm going to be glad. I'm going to enjoy this day. You know what David was doing? Stirring himself up. He was fanning that flame, making sure the fire kept burning. No wonder he was able to outlast all kinds of opposition. No wonder he overcame the rejection from his family and the betrayal from King Saul and became one of the heroes of faith. You know who sees dreams come to pass? Stirred up people. You know who goes further than they can imagine? People that are passionate. People that make this decision, like David, to stay full of zeal. What's interesting is when David wrote that passage, he wasn't in a great place. He had armies coming against him. People were slandering him, trying to ruin his reputation. He could have got up complaining, God, it's not fair. I'm doing the right thing. Why are these people treating me so badly? I thought you said I would be the king. No, David understood this principle that people can't put your fire out. Bad breaks, disappointments cannot stop what God has ordained for you. And the more things that come against you, the more you need to stir yourself up. The more opposition, the more you need to give God praise. The longer it's taking, the more you need to talk like it's on the way. The worse the medical report, the more you need to keep that spring in your step, that passion in your spirit, declaring God's favor is on your life. There are embers in you right now just waiting to catch fire like never before. Embers of healing. That sickness looks permanent. Start stirring up the healing. Father, thank you that you're restoring health back into me. Thank you that the number of my days you will fulfill. Maybe you're struggling in your finances. Business is slow. It's easy to get discouraged, think that's your lot in life. There are embers of increase, embers of abundance, embers of opportunity just waiting to be stirred up. How do you do it? Father, thank you that whatever I touch prospers and succeeds. Thank you that I will lend and not borrow, that I'm coming into overflow, into more.